Hey y'all, so I'm here to show you these really neat kitchen scrubbies that I created. I put a little area in there where your fingers can fit in there really nicely. Perfect for your kitchen or for a housewarming gift for a friend. So what I used was I found this yarn called Scrubbology. It's a yarn that you get from Hobby Lobby and it's made from nylon, which is really cool. I've seen projects done like this using tulle, which is also a nylon material. So this is a really neat yarn that comes in a multitude of colors, but I got it from Hobby Lobby. So let's start by making ourselves a magic circle. See if you can follow along with me on the screen there. And if you didn't catch on there, that's fine. You can either slow the video down and go back, or you can click in the description box. I have a tutorial that goes a little bit slower. Once you have that, you're going to do a chain stitch, which is going to secure everything together. And then do an additional 2 stitches. So this is going to serve as your first double crochet. See? Now what we're going to do is we're going to create 8 double crochets into the circle. So we already have the 1, so you're going to create 7 additional double crochet stitches. And at first you kind of do have to play with the circle, make sure that it stays the way you want it to. It's just a slight learning curve, but it's not hard to do, you guys. And the nylon yarn is really neat to work with. It's kind of stiff, so it was easy for me to kind of manipulate, which I liked, especially when I'm doing the tutorial for you all. Alright, so just continue to do your double crochet stitches into the magic circle. So you're just going to yarn over, insert the crochet hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and then just complete doing your double crochet stitch. Okay, show you again. So yarn over, insert your crochet hook into the circle, pull up a loop, or pull out a loop, and there you have it. So once you've done that, we're going to then close off the magic circle. So just keep working until you get 8 completed, or 7. You have a total of 8. You guys, this is a super fun project, super easy project. You can whip up one skein of that yarn. I want to say you can make probably about 5 or 6 scrubbies. So we have 8 there. Now we're just going to take that starting chain. Now remember that nylon yarn, it does slip a little, so just make sure you monitor that. But just go ahead and give that starting chain a little tug. And as you start to tug it, you'll see that your circle will begin to shrink in. See, just like that. And then when you do the slip stitch, you'll see that it makes a complete circle. Okay, so right there in that starting chain of 3, you'll go to the top of that stitch and then just do a slip stitch. Okay, so now you have your circle. You're going to chain 3. This now counts as your first double crochet. Now what we're going to do is we're going to increase this just 1 round. So what that means is you're going to put 2 double crochet stitches into each stitch around. Remember, the very first one that you created, the chain of 3, was your first double crochet stitch, so you did 1 more. Now we're going to find the next stitch. See there? And then you're going to do 2 in that next stitch, and you're going to do that all the way around until you complete 16 stitches. 16 stitches, okay? And it's easier to see as you get around. So if you get hung up right there at the very beginning, just keep going, because really as you start working around that circle, you'll really start to see your next stitch a lot easier. Okay? And just kind of pull it apart just a little, your project, just kind of pull it a little bit, and then you'll be able to see your next stitch. See, just right there. Insert your hook, and then you're going to do a double crochet stitch. Now I did make a little bit of an assumption that you know how to do a double crochet stitch, but again, if you don't know how to do it and you couldn't catch on here, just link in my description box and I have a slower video that shows you how to do a double crochet stitch. Okay. There you have it. and just keep working all the way around. I stay on camera for a little bit here, guys, but I think I'm going to come off for a minute. Not sure. All right. And this yarn, it was like $3.99, but you know, Hobby Lobby, if you have one in your area, you're able to usually use a 40% off coupon. So essentially you can make 4 or 5 of these for less than $3. So that's really good, especially if you're giving it as a handmade gift. Oh, look guys, I stayed on camera I think the whole time for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a count to make sure we have 16 stitches. I'm just doing a fast count, okay, and that is our 16th stitch. Remember that chain of 3 counted as your 1 stitch, okay? So now you're just going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. See there? Sorry, I got off the camera just a little. Alrighty, now guys, this is where the fun part happens. This is where we're going to start making the indentation where your fingers can sit. So we're going to do a front post stitch. Now don't get confused. You're just going to insert the crochet hook behind the post. Pull up a little bit, guys. Yarn over, pull back underneath that post, and then complete your double crochet stitch. Okay, so just complete your double crochet stitch. All right, now we're going to do it one more time, the same post. We're going to go right back behind it again, and then do another double crochet stitch. Now what this is creating is, remember I told you where you can put your fingers kind of in an area so that the scrubby doesn't slip while you're working in the sink with it? That's what we're creating right now. So go to the next post, yarn over, pull through, and then continue doing a double crochet stitch. And then on that same post, you're going to do it again. Super simple, guys, not hard at all. And this is pretty much how the project works up. Okay, find your next post right there, and then you're going to do a front post stitch again. Okay. See how that's turning out? All right, so this is what we're creating. See right here, that inset area? That way your fingers can fit right in there. So continue making front post stitches on every single post all the way around. So you should have a total, technically you should have a total of 32. However, it won't feel like it because you're putting 2 double crochet stitches on each post. So it's still going to be like the size of like 16 stitches around. So it's not going to get wider or bigger. It's going to pretty much stay the same size. All right, and I can see this, I can really see this project if you want to get this yarn, do the scrubbies, get some make some dishcloths, and then put that in like a nice little basket with a candle. I could really see this being a cool housewarming gift, a gift for Christmas for someone that just, you know, moved into a new place. Because honestly, I love crocheted dishcloths so much, and that now that I found this nylon yarn, it would be really cool for it to be able to like scrub your pots. You know, like your tougher pots, like if you use cast iron or things like that, a tougher pot, you know, get stuck on food off of it. So this could really be a great gift, ideal. So just continue working. You can pause the video here if you want. You're just going to go around to each front post stitch. So here I've jumped back on camera because I'm finished up my round. I'm finishing up my round. Okay, so we've done that last one. All right, and then we're just going to slip stitch right back into the beginning one that we started with, right to the top there. Pull through. Now that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I'm going to finish this off by doing a round of slip stitches just to make it look really neat and complete. You don't have to do this step, really. If you like it the way it is, you can stop. I think it looks a little bit more complete when you add that slip stitch. Slip stitch is basically just inserting the crochet hook through the stitch and then just pulling it through. So you're not yarning over, you're not making a single crochet stitch, you're just pulling it through. You can see it there on the camera. All right. I mean, and that's, guys, that's pretty much it. Isn't it really cool? And I love the ideal of having that area where you can put your fingertips in it and it allows you to have a better grip. Now once you work yourself all the way back around, could be a little hard to see, so if you're not comfortable with identifying where you started, you can always put like a little stitch marker in at the very beginning. But I didn't have an issue finding where I started. And at the very end one, you're just going to do another slip stitch and then you're going to finish off your work. So just cut the yarn, pull through, and then those little tails, if you have to, you may only have one. If you work that initial tail in at the beginning, you won't have but one. You're just going to weave it back through your project. See how that looks? Yay! I love when a quick and simple project comes together. Take your yarn needle and work the yarn back through and then cut off any extra, and that's what you got. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.